Given the second chance, how would you approach your enemy? Starlight Glimmer, a character that production team came up with. Gotta say, I dislike her a lot, yet as a character she has a lot of potential. Though I know people tend to whine that reform villains are becoming too common for the series, I say they make the most interesting characters. So let's start this character study in chronological order, with Glimglam's youth. In season 5 finale we learned that together with Sunburst they studied magic, and though Sunburst showed more potential due to hard study, Starlight was the natural and more capable one. After getting his cutie mark, Sunburst moves on and doesn't look back, leaving Starlight crushed. With Starlight's only friend gone, there's only one thing she knows: magic. So she devotes her time to studies. In this time, left with her own thoughts, the nagging idea starts to develop that because her friend was special, he was taken away. And so, to avoid ever losing a friend again, these differences must be removed, and magic is the right tool for the task, leading her to create the cult. Now, childhood events leave a very huge impact on a person, and having no one to play or even talk to can be devastating. I can relate. Well, to a degree anyways. Starlight as a character actually is pretty interesting coming from a manipulative cult leader perspective. You know, much like Charles Manson, but with communist vibes. In our town, smiles were you? In our town, we have morning coffee with a dash of brainwashing. Hoo-wee! When finally Main 6 comes and destroys the little utopia, just think how crushing it must feel. Once more losing every friend you got and all that, again due to this uniqueness. Frankly, as I look at it, I can imagine the rage, anger and sadness Glimmer must have felt after everything was taken from her. Now, in this state, vengeance really is the only thing in her mind. Honestly, I adore how the same feeling my queen must have felt after our hive was destroyed and our kin changed. We lost everything that day, and though Starlight learned and reached out just like Twilight, offering a hope of friendship, my queen rejected it, just like Starlight did. I absolutely love this parallel, yet more in my kin and our future. Now, as the season 7 is basically a few weeks away, I can't wait to see what will become of Starlight and Chrissy. I just hope my queen won't turn into some puffy moose deer creature. That would be the last nail in the proverbial changeling coffin. But speaking of parallels, in season 6 finale, Luna mentions that she sees herself in Glimglam. That's true, well, to a point. They both are highly remorseful for what they did, which is a nice detail, I admit. Oh, but what would be a good character without some quirks? For Starlight, certainly the most prominent is being rash, by which I mean she's quick to start doing things. If Starlight would ever work as a police horse, I bet saying beating a dead horse would be her motto. Literally! But yeah, in episodes No Second Prances and every little thing she does, this quality is well portrayed, while patience does not seem to be her strong suit. Still, the most telling quality our Starlight has, at least for the moment, is being Twilight 2.0. See, both are super mystical magical horses. One is a natural and the other one's well, a book horse. Both are set in leader roles and both usually have one go-to solution for things. For Twilight it's books, for Starlight it's magics. And speaking of which, it's very interesting to see how Starlight approaches magic in general. She has this amoral stance when it comes to use of magic. See, she doesn't seem to have any qualms of using any of it on even friends, which is a big part of aforementioned episode every little thing she does. Frankly, if anyone used magic on me like this, I would John Wick their ass without thinking twice. Maybe I'm just a vindictive ass, but frankly, I don't care. That aside, I guess the main reason I dislike Glimmer so much is due to her forceful personality. And say what you will about changelings, but there's only one person that I would abide willfully. Oh, and one more thing about Glimglam. Unlike Twilight that obeys every rule in the book, maybe because she has some kind of book fetish, Starlight really is a rebel at heart. Unlike Twilight that did everything and anything that Celestia told her to do, Starlight approaches her teacher rather poorly at times. Though at first Starlight was rather headstrong and confident, by end of season 6 we see more earnest and humble person. Now that's a small but important character growth. Ah, right, also they both have their freakouts, but I mean, come on, Twilight cannot be beat. And one more thing, Spike seems to work rather well with Starlight, though every time they're put together, Starlight is overshadowed by Spike. See, with Starlight standing in for Twilight, we see how differently our dragon approaches things from first seasons. Spike has become smarter and wiser, and yes, there is a difference between those two words, so look him up. I love that, it shows how this sidekick has grown. But back to Starlight. See what I mean when I say Spike overshadows her? Still, as for the future, well, I don't like Starlight at all, and that much is clear. But that said, this character has a lot of potential, but she will be the next Alicorn before long. Everything Twilight went through, now Starlight is following as well. And to me, this makes sense. Plus, it's a TV show led by Toy Company, made to sell toys, so yeah. What? Too cynical? Well, whatever. Maybe Glimglam will fade to background, never to return to spotlight. Which is a possibility too, you know. In either case, I found Starlight to be more interesting as a villain. Said the villain himself. So go figure. Still, without her, who knows, maybe we wouldn't have gotten the great and powerful Trixie episodes, which to me would be certainly a huge loss. Right, so this is a little addendum. See, I wrote and edited everything. Then a week later, I started watching this show called Lollyrock. A rather, empty show. With few exceptions. The villains. Now, you got two henchmen. Mephisto, an amazing villainous ham that I love. And his, twin sister, was it? Proxina, an uptight bitch.
Those men just promised Ariana a lifetime supply of shampoo. All I ever get is a lifetime supply of you.
How lucky you are!
Or cursed.
Who's voiced by the same voice actress Starlight is. While watching Lollyrock, I realized that Kelly has a bright future in villainy, as she delivers awesome lines that are just perfect for the character, be that Starlight or Prax. Oh, and one more thing. Basically 2 days ago, teasers for Season 7 came out, and though I would like to speculate, I'll just sit here and observe. It was painful enough to see my brethren anyways.